The Woman with Two Skins. Long ago, in a distant village surrounded by rolling green hills and deep, dark forests, there lived a kind and humble man named Okeke. He was a simple farmer, well respected in his village for his generosity and hard work. Though he had many blessings, there was one thing he lacked: a wife. Okeke longed for a companion, someone to share his life with, to care for and to love. But no matter how much he searched, he could not find a woman who would be his perfect match. One evening, after a long day's work, he sat under an ancient baobab tree, sighing deeply. "O spirits of the land," he prayed, "if there is a woman meant for me, may she be revealed to me." Little did he know that his wish was about to be granted in the strangest way. The mysterious stranger. The next morning, as Okeke walked through the forest, he heard the sound of soft singing. The melody was so enchanting that it made the trees sway, and the birds stopped chirping to listen. Curious, he followed the voice until he reached a clear river. There, standing by the water, was the most beautiful woman he had ever seen. Her skin was golden brown, her eyes sparkled like the morning dew, and her smile was as bright as the rising sun. She wore a simple but elegant wrapper, and around her neck hung a delicate beaded necklace. Okeke was mesmerized. "Good morning," he greeted her gently. The woman turned and smiled. "Good morning, kind sir. Who are you, and why have you come here?" "My name is Okeke," he replied. "I live in the village beyond the hills. I was drawn here by your beautiful singing. May I know your name?" The woman hesitated for a moment, then said, "My name is Nkem. Have no family, no home. I wander from place to place." Moved by her words, Okeke said, "Come with me to my home. You will have a place to stay, and if you wish, you can become my wife." Nkem studied his face, as if searching his heart for truth. Seeing his sincerity, she nodded. "I will come with you, but you must promise me one thing. No matter what happens, you must never try to uncover my secret. If you break this promise, you may lose me forever." Okeke, eager to have her as his wife, quickly agreed. The hidden secret. Life with Nkem was wonderful. She was not only beautiful but also wise and hardworking. She helped Okeke tend to his farm, cook delicious meals, and bring laughter into his home. The villagers admired her, saying Okeke was truly blessed to have such a wife. However, there was something unusual about her. Every night before she went to sleep, Nkem would go into a separate room and lock the door. Okeke could hear faint rustling sounds, as if she was shedding something, but he never dared to question her. One evening, his curiosity got the better of him. As Nkem entered her room, Okeke pretended to be asleep but kept watch. Through a small crack in the door, he saw something that both amazed and frightened him. Nkem was shedding her skin. Beneath her outer layer she had another skin, one that shimmered like moonlight, soft and glowing, like something not of this world. When she removed her outer skin, she looked even more radiant, almost like a goddess. Okeke gasped and quickly shut his eyes, pretending he had seen nothing. The broken promise. Days passed, but Okeke could not stop thinking about what he had seen. Why did his wife have two skins? What was she hiding from him? The more he thought about it, the more restless he became. One night he could no longer resist. While Nkem was asleep, he crept into her room and reached for the skin she had shed. It felt smooth, cool, and lighter than air. Without thinking, he took it and hid it. The next morning, when Nkem woke up and searched for her outer skin, she could not find it. Panic filled her eyes as she turned to Okeke. "Where is my skin?" she asked, her voice trembling. Okeke hesitated, then finally confessed. "I saw you remove it and I took it. I wanted to know the truth about you." A deep sadness filled Nkem's eyes. "You have broken your promise," she whispered. "I warned you that if you uncovered my secret, you might lose me forever." "No, please. I love you and I don't want to lose you," Okeke cried. But it was too late. Nkem took a deep breath and suddenly, a powerful wind blew through the house. A bright light surrounded her, and when it faded, she was no longer standing there. Instead, Okeke saw a magnificent being, a spirit glowing like the stars. With tears in her eyes, she spoke one last time. "I was sent from the spirit world to be your wife, but only under the condition that you never broke my trust. Because you could not resist your curiosity, I can no longer stay." And with that, she vanished into thin air, leaving Okeke alone with only his regret. Lesson learned. For the rest of his days, Okeke searched the forests, rivers, and hills, calling out Nkem's name, hoping she would return. But she never did. The villagers mourned for him, and his story became a lesson passed down through generations. Trust is the foundation of love, and curiosity, when mixed with betrayal, can lead to great loss. Even today, when the wind blows through the trees and the rivers sing their songs, the elders say it is Nkem's voice, reminding the world of the promise that was broken.